Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm doing part 3, answer your questions from part 2 of Nicola Bulley. How many questions do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 8 questions to be answered from people that left a comment in the comments section of part 2 Nicola Bulley reading. The cards that I'm using today are the Witch's Tarot. Love these cards, they're beautiful. And I might get these ones out too. I used them in the last reading. Anyway, just going to ground my energy. Call in my spirit guides, spirit team. Clear the cards. And just focus it on Nicola Bulley's energy. The first question is from Tracy W and an I. And she says, did this happen to Nicola because she found out he, meaning her partner I suspect, had affairs? Or was it his failed business? Wow, his failed business. Didn't know he had a failed business. Okay, so did this happen to Nicola because she found out he had affairs, meaning her partner? Did Nicola Bulley get murdered because she found out her partner Paul was having affairs? Okay. When it's upside down, it's no. When it's the right way, it's yes. So that was upside down, but I don't read reversals, but I do read yes and no. So let's see how many no's come out. But then we get the sun, which is yes. Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. But I'll just see if you're in. Yes, you're in focus. Okay, so King of Wands is an entrepreneur, a businessman who is very successful, but then up reversal, they're not successful. So I might read that because something's telling me to read that in reverse. So that this person, he's not, so Paul's not successful. The Sun card is yes for me. The Moon card is no. The Two of Cups was in reverse. So I feel like I'm going to read this in reverse because this Two of Cups is about a relationship. And usually it's a very good relationship. It's a connection. But then when it's upside down, it's a relationship that's not going so good. But then the Ace of Cups came out upright. So that's about love. So this could be Paul. This could be Paul, her husband, partner. He And someone said that he had failed businesses, so he's not doing so good with business, which could have put a strain on their relationship. But there is love there, so I don't feel like she found out. And there is happiness too. The sun is happiness, joy, love. But I don't feel like that she found out that he was having affairs. And I'm assuming that you meant love affairs. So I'll just ask the cards one more time. Remember, upright is yes and reversal is no. And the sun is yes and the moon is no. Was Paul Ansel, Nicola Bulley's partner, having affairs? Oh, Jesus. So that came out really quickly. Upright, yes. That's an earth sign woman. I don't know if Nicola, what star sign Nicola was. I don't read reversals, not normally. So an earth sign woman. She doesn't look real happy, does she? She looks quite serious and disappointed. Oh my God, that just gave me goosebumps, this. Normally, the Queen of Pentacles in a different deck has a rabbit, but this has a dog. So this could be Nicola, because she worked with money. She was a mortgage broker, I think. Something to do with mortgages anyway. And she's got a dog beside her. So 7 of Wands. Fighting off. Overcoming battles, but overcoming obstacles, but getting over it. Magician. Just my neighbours. Okay, magician, magician, magician. What are you saying? Might just get my clarifier cards. Magician, magician, magician. What? This is about Nicola here, this row. What are you trying to tell me, magician? And I keep being attracted to this finger. Like that sort of energy. And then we got 7 of Wands again. And the Death card. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. 7 of Swords. Is someone that you don't... Like, I always see the 7 of Swords as untrustworthy, sneaky, doing something behind your back sort of energy, that card. So this row here is telling me, this is about Nicola. It's telling me that with the 2 of them coming out together, that's like double, like a very strong message saying that she was fighting off or she was battling, fighting or battling with this person that killed her, because there's a death card. Like, I was drawn to that finger, like, someone's telling her what to do. So someone could have been telling her what to do and made threats. And obviously, they were doing something behind her back. I've never ever had the feeling that it was her partner, but that spread there just made me have different thoughts then. Maybe he was involved in some way. And then someone said in the comments box that, where is it? Did Paul and her boss have dodgy dealings going on? Because he had a debt with her boss. So, did this happen to Nicola because she found out he had affairs? Well, from that reading just then, I don't feel like he had affairs. But I do feel like it could have been. He could have been involved with the boss. They could have had some sort of scheme together, or dodgy dealings together, like, who's told me this? Verona, Michelle, told me this in the comments. Or was it his failed business, Tracy? I'll just answer that one. So was it Paul's failed business that led to Nicola Bulley passing away? So I am going to read that reversal because I feel like I need to in this reading. So justice, usually justice is like a legal win. But then when it's upright, it's legally no win. 9 of Wands, 7 of Cups. And there's that hand again. I'm drawn to that hand. So I feel like she was threatened. She was threatened and she was told to make a choice. To make a choice. It's all to do with business, I feel. It's funny because when I was meditating on her energy at the start of the reading, this woman looks like she's got a bit of red in her hair. Like she's brunette, but she could have like a red tone. And all I could see was this woman's face, and it looked like this woman with a little bit of red in her hair, but she was dark. And then her lips stood out to me. It's like she had lots of filler in her lips. Her lips were big. I don't know if that was someone around her. A friend. So that could have been her, and she was trying to protect Nicola. Anyway, let's ask another question. I keep shuffling and then seeing a different thing in the cards from what the questions I asked. So, was it his failed business? Okay, so let's do that. And then I'll move on to the next person that asked the question. Was Paul's business part of Nicola Bulley's murder? Was his business failures, part of Nicola Bulley's murder. That one was upside down. Not getting straightforward answers. This upside down made me, because usually this one is money, but it's happening slowly, and upside down I feel like it's more negative. So I feel like definitely the business was juggling money, like there was ups and downs, and it wasn't smooth sailing. And there is a loan. The Knight of Pentacles makes me feel like there is a loan. And then the Three of Swords says there's grief, sadness, and loss around this. So it could be, I'm not saying yes, because I'm just seeing what the cards are saying. But for Tracy W, you asked, was it his failed business that caused her to die? And it could have been, because this came out. This made me feel like there is a loan, they're juggling money, and there's definitely sadness, loss, and grief around this. Like that could have been what happened. They could have borrowed the money off the wrong person and couldn't pay it back. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, I'll get on to the next question. Did Paul and her boss have dodgy going-ons? Paul had a debt with him. Wow. I didn't know that. Paul had a debt with him. I actually felt like it was her boss had something to do with it. So did Paul have dodgy dealings with Nicola Bulley's boss? Did Paul have dodgy dealings with Nicola Bulley's boss? Ooh. Four of Swords. We need more. More. Speak to me, speak to me, speak to me. Oh, look at this. The Tower. There's that woman that I've seen that was trying to protect her. God, look at the cards that come out, that keep coming out. This Seven of Swords here, which is... Hang on, I'll just move this back. The Seven of Swords, which is an untrustworthy person, doing things behind back that you can't trust, sneaky. This one makes me feel like it's Paul. Because he's got the moustache, and I think Paul has a moustache. Four of Swords. I don't like that card. I feel like she's ready to stab someone. The Tower. Massive changes that have rocked the foundation. And there's that woman, the Nine of Wands, who's protecting. Maybe that's, I don't know, but maybe that's Nicola. Maybe Nicola was trying to protect Paul. And this person here is not happy. Usually the Four of Swords is like taking a bit of time out because you've been stressed and you need to have a break. Okay, so did Paul have dodgy dealings? Well, I think he might have had dodgy dealings with Nicola's boss. And that card just came out. Maybe she stood up to her boss and was trying to protect Paul, but there was something going on behind someone's back. The Six of Cups. Something from the past. They have 2 children, so maybe they threatened to take the children. What does Six of Cups mean here? That one, too many came out then. What is Six of Cups telling me here? Alongside Six of Swords. Oh, Devil came out, and I just felt that they've had a past dealing together. A dealing from the past, and the Devil came out, so there's some sort of control here that he had over them. Some sort of control. The Ace of Swords tells me that they had some new idea. They had some new beginning that brought more clarity to the situation. And the World tells me that there was a completion. So maybe this bottom line is that in the past they had some sort of dealings together that wasn't legal, that was a bit sneaky, and it actually, because we've got the swords here, it actually went well because there was a new beginning, it brought a new beginning. And with the World, that's a successful card, and it's also a completion. So they finished that dealing, and then they might have went back again, and the second dealing wasn't so good. But yeah, I feel like her husband or partner was friends with Nicola's boss, and they did have business together. Let me see. What's the next question? Also, was she buried before being put back in a river? Sorry about the car noises, but my window's open, it's the sun shining, and yeah, you can hear the road. Let me see. So let me concentrate on that. Also, was she buried before being put back in the river? Okay. Was Nicola Bulley buried before being put back into the river? Was Nicola Bulley buried before being put back into the river? Was Nicola Bulley buried before being put back into the river? There's that man again, that unsuccessful businessman. Settle down. That's my dogs just running around. Settle down. Was Nicola... What are these... Hang on. What are these cards telling me? So there's the ocean. Oh, God. I just got this really strange vision. We've got ocean, earth, fire. That they didn't know what to do with her body. There was plans. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups, what are you telling me? Maybe she was thrown into the ocean and then the tides brought her back. I'm not familiar with the place that it happened because I'm in Australia. But maybe she was put into the ocean, is what the Queen of Cups is telling me. And then there was some sort of money dealings happening. Like money was handed over. And it's funny that the King of Wands, which I feel like represented, because it's upside down, an unsuccessful businessman, which people are telling me that Paul isn't very good at business, or he hasn't been good at a couple of businesses he's had. Definitely plans around the moving. There was definitely plans, talk. And then the wheel came out. So that tells me that there was change. So she went to one location and then she changed to another. I don't see that she was buried. And I don't feel that. I feel like it was all around water. Okay, what's the next one? Next, done that. Also, was she buried? Done that. Was it the two fishermen? And it is work related because it's come out heaps of times, so I won't answer that question. Was it the two fishermen? I don't know who the two fishermen are. There's two knights there. I wonder if the two fishermen were like middle-aged, in their 30s or 40s. Seven of Cups. And look at that. The Knight of Cups is near a river. So that tells me that one of them confronted her. The Seven of Cups is saying, reaching out. They offered her something and then they grabbed her. Could have been two fishermen. I'm going to ask that again. It could have been two fishermen. It's funny that they haven't... Well, I'm in Australia and we don't hear much about the Nicola Bulley case anymore. So I didn't even know there were two fishermen. Because in my last reading, I said that there was two suspects. They already had two suspects. And they were looking, the police were looking for more clues. And then that very day that I posted the video, someone that lives there said that the police were back in the water doing something. Isn't it funny how every time I pull cards for this reading, for Nicola, there's always money cards, always about money. So, this is making me feel like it was two men. In their middle age, 30 or 40s. And it could have been the fisherman. Because there's water there and there's water there. Page of Swords. And then the Three of Wands is over water again. That looks like the ocean. So maybe they tried to maybe they put her body in the ocean and because of the tide, she came back. And there's big money involved here because the Ten of Pentacles is the biggest money card in the tarot. What is Page of Swords telling me? And then we've got another sword. They thought that when they threw her body in the ocean, that was it. The battle was over. It was all over. Because this is my battle is over card. And there's water behind there. That looks like the ocean. But no, it's not over because her body came back. So it could have been the two fishermen. Two men. So they could have... I'm seeing that one of them's a water sign and one of them is a fire sign. I mean, you're not going to know that. And I feel like they're middle-aged. And these two cards are making me feel intuitively that they were dressed as fishermen. They were dressed as fishermen. Or dressed, oh, that's what it is. Dressed in a disguise. Like, just say, for instance, they were fishing, but they weren't really fishing. They were waiting for her. So it could have been the fisherman. I'm not saying that it is, but there's two guys. And I seen that in the other two readings too. There's two people, 2 or 3 people involved. So, was it the two fishermen? Well, it could have been Pam, yes, we know it's work related. Well, that's what I feel it is. Was chloroform used? Was she murdered straight away? I didn't see in the other readings that she was murdered straight away, but let's ask. Let's ask, was chloroform used for Nicola Bulley's murder? You're not going to believe this. That fell out just before I shuffled them cards and it came straight out again. The Star. What are you telling me, Star? There's water there. Oh my God, look at that. That came out. And the Star is making me feel like it's a bit more like the Temperance. So, more time. More time. Okay. 10. But then, more time. But what does the Star tell me? What is the Star telling me about Nicola Bulley's murder? Was there... Well, I don't know. Is chloroform a liquid? Because I feel like that's a liquid. And then, so maybe chloroform, whatever that is, was used because that's a liquid there. But I feel like she died in the dark. Because look how dark these cards are. And that, in other readings, I felt that too. So, yeah, and then that's water. So they grabbed her near the water, and then this is more earthy. There's no water there. So she was removed. So yes, to the person that said, was chloroform used? I'm feeling that it was because there's liquid there. Okay, was she murdered straight away? No, I don't feel like she was. These two cards make me feel like this happened here, and then this is a different place where she was, where it ended. Okay, last question. Was her body in the river for all that time, 23 days? I don't feel like it was, because in my previous readings, I feel like she was taken. Ooh, this person killed her. 10 of Pentacles, the money man. The money man. Yeah, in my other two videos, part 1, part 2, I seen that she was taken from the water and moved somewhere else. And then she died 2 to 3 days later. And look, hangman. She was tied up. And also too, I have had visions of her lead. And this just reminded me of her. See, there's something hanging out of the pocket. I feel like that when the autopsy comes out, I feel like they're going to tell us that she had the lead in the pocket, because I do believe that she had the dog off the lead. And then it happened, because I feel like that the two guys, or the murderers, tried to grab the dog, but couldn't. So, was her body in the river for all that time? Was that body in the river for all that time? I do believe from the other readings that I said that she died 2 or 3 days later. What is the Five of Swords telling me? Five of Swords. What's Five of Swords telling me? Five of Swords. My dogs keep barking today. They do that. That's a bit weird. Like, especially when I'm at home by myself, it's like they sense spirit. And because I'm doing a reading, they're all worked up. Five of Swords is my battle is over card. Sorry, but the person that asked, was her body in the river for all that time? I don't feel that it was. So there was a decision made when she passed away. She was tied up. I think there was a decision of where to put her. They made a decision. I feel like she was thrown out into the sea now because of the cards that came out today, and she came back in the river, tied. They thought they did it. They thought they did the job right, but no. And they went to check on her of a night time. But no. Justice. Nicola's spirit made sure I feel like Nicola is working on this in spirit. Like, I feel like she's coming back to make sure that these people get what they deserve for doing this to her. And I hope they do too, because it's absolutely disgusting to do that to a woman. To anybody. Even an animal. Absolutely disgusting, taking someone's life. Anyway, I answered some of your questions in the comments. I hope you like this reading. If you did, make sure you leave a comment in the box. I always check them and I love to hear back from you guys. Also, to put in the comments box what sort of readings you would like me to do. I'm thinking about getting creative and doing like more picker cards, maybe monthly readings. But anyway, just leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Bye.